Welcome, and thank you for clicking. Just gonna get right into the video. So I am making today according to Preppy Kitchen, easy strawberry cake. I'm gonna title this one Mind-Bending Delicious because that's what he said, and I'll put that in parentheses. So what we're gonna need for this recipe is 2 floured and floured pans, 9-inch. You're gonna need 2 cups of sugar, 2 3/4 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm sorry, I have the recipe right here. It says 2½ teaspoon of baking powder. Of course, you can add salt if you want. I will not. And 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 4 egg whites. That's because he was saying that the color he didn't want the yellow color, so we're going to use the egg whites for that. Also, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of cold milk. I'm sorry, not cold, room temperature milk. 1/2 cup of fresh strawberries puree. And then pink food coloring. Now let me explain to you what happened. So I decided to watch the video after I had gotten everything out, just to make sure I'm doing everything correct, right? Because puree is not something everybody do all the time. So I did puree the strawberries, but he said the strawberries contain a lot of water, which is a lot of juice, right? And you don't want your cake too wet because if we all know, if you made a lot of cakes, if your cake is too wet, it'll sink right in the middle. Now, I was going to skip that, but I'm not going to skip because I hate a over wet cake. So I'm going to go ahead and do what he said, which means I have to reduction is what he called it. So I'm going to reduce the moisture in my strawberries in a saucepan by cooking it for about 25 minutes until it kind of stiffens up to, I want to say exasperate all of the air out. So when it's going, like the bubbles when you cooking rice and it has that air on top, meaning you don't have no more water, that's what I'm going to do to this. At first, because I'm using 1/2 cup of milk, and we don't need milk and wet strawberries, or that's just going to be a flop. So that's why I'm following his recipe to the T. So this is also going to be considered a copycat recipe. Why? Because I am mimicking someone on YouTube whose recipe looked delicious, who he said is mind-bending delicious. So I'm gonna do everything he said. Also, we're gonna need, I forgot to tell you, 2 sticks of butter. I'm gonna use my blender, which makes a lot of noise. For the frosting, we're going to be using cream cheese, another cup of butter, which is 2 sticks of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla. For this, I still can't say I'm going to add salt. I'm not going to add salt to the frosting, and I'm going to need 7 cups of powdered sugar and 1/4 cup of strawberry puree. So that's what we're going to get right into. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fix this puree, right? Reduce the water in it. And I'll be right back, and I'm going to tell you how that works too. Oh, and if you have not liked the video yet, but you find it likable, please give me a thumbs up. If you like my videos, hit the notification button. And if you have something you want to say, please put it in the description below. I'm sorry, in the comment section below. Thank you for joining me, and you'll see me in a moment. So I am now doing the reduction, of course. So it is on simmer and letting it cook down about halfway. Hey. Just get a little jam on. I don't own any copyrights to the music, but it's Nice, right? So guys, you already know how we gonna roll. I am back because I don't know if I told you earlier, but I did stop the video because I had to get the water out of the strawberries, and we have our finished product here. I want to give kudos to Preppy Kitchen. Preppy Kitchen, this is me sharing what you have said, what you have tried, and I think you make great videos. Your kitchen always clean, and I like watching your videos, so I hope that you enjoy this video because it is dedicated to you. I'm trying something and I'm going to tell the people what I think about it. So let's get started. Jam a little bit more. Yeah. All right, so I have my pans already ready. And just so you'll know, it took about an hour, and just like Preppy Kitchen said, it would take exactly 25 minutes or a little less. You know, it's hit or miss with that, but he's on the money. He's on the mark right there. So, have my eggs. Why don't I put the camera down so that you can see what I'm seeing, okay? Before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and get 1/4 of the strawberry puree out of the way, because I'm going to need a 1/2 cup, and it is perfect. The 1/4, I believe, is for the ice frosting. See, it's not like too soupy because it's not like coming right off. Okay, so gonna go ahead and put the butter. I'm just gonna put and then stop, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put the butter and everything. This is the flour, baking powder, and baking soda. 1/2 cup of milk, 4 egg whites, 2 sticks of butter. I'm going to use, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a half, let me just make sure, 1/2 cup of the strawberry puree. So I'm going to also measure that, just get that on out the way. I have my 1/2 cup right here. So why don't I go ahead and do that too? I'm wasting time. Give me a second. And I'm going to scrape all the butter off. I'm not going to turn the loud machine on camera because it's a little bit too loud. Okay, I'm going to get this started. Two teaspoons of vanilla. I'm going to alternate my flour and milk. This machine is really loud. They should have put a silent motor on it, but they didn't. Guys, this smells just like strawberry ice cream. I'm just gonna add 1 dot because you can see it's like pink cake, like not the pink you want. So hopefully this will work. I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 drops because I don't want to stir it too much. You can overbeat a cake and I don't want to do that. So hopefully this gives it a little bit more pink. If not, that's okay. The icing will be pink enough, I pray. I mean, we got a little color in there. I just don't want it to be ugly. I'm only following instructions. And it's starting to look a little bit more pinker. So I'm going to just stir that a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, that looks a little bit more pink, so I hope you can see. Anyway, I'm just gonna, I don't want to even fold in too much more because I feel like I stirred it enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and separate. I'm a little afraid because I prefer using a bundt pan rather than making 2 layers, but we're gonna see how this works. Okay, so they are ready to go into the oven. I feel like this one may be a little bit higher than this one, just a little bit. That's why I don't like making, what do you call it? And I wish I'd have done the reverse method when you, it's with the flour and the egg or something, but when you reverse it, for me, they come out even and smooth. I don't have to do anything to it. So my hope is that this come out right. In Jesus' name I pray over even this cake, because I really wanted to look right and that I build it properly. So let's see how it works. Just a little observation. I kind of wish I had done it in an 8-inch pan or just put it in a bundt pan, because I'm not sure. I don't know. We prayed. I'm gonna believe, and I'm gonna leave it right there because I gotta learn how to trust, right? So like I said, even with cake. So that is what I'm going to do. And meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and he said 6 to 7. And I should have made this less because it's going to be a lot. I have my cup of butter and my 8 ounces of cream cheese. And I have the 1/4 of the strawberry puree. And I'm going to just use 6 cups of the powdered sugar. Meanwhile, the cake is in the oven baking at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes. You know how it goes whenever the toothpick comes out clean. Okay, so I'm going to work on this. It's basic. Everybody knows how to put together frosting, right? So check you in a moment. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'll be adding vanilla. Just going to share a little bit of this with you guys. I didn't want to use the mixer. I've cooked so much today and lots of dishes if you have not seen already. I'm on How Did Mom Cook It on Facebook. That's my other page where I do a lot of cooking and stuff. You're here already with me. But that's, I forgot what I was going to say. I lost the train of thought. Sorry. But anyway, so I didn't want to use the standard mixer because I can do this with my hand, right? So it's already nice and fluffy. This is the cream cheese, the butter, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And so now I'm just going to do it as he said, which is add a tablespoon, alternate. So I'm going to put a cup in there. Then I'm going to put a tablespoon of the puree, okay? And I'm just going to go from there and mix it. Sometimes I like to just do old school. How about you? Just going to give it a nice color. So I'm thinking, Preppy Kitchen, that had I left the yolk in there, I don't think it would have been a bad thing. I know that it could mess with the color, but I'm not sure because well, yeah, I think you're right on that. Because the cake was more white then, but it turned this grayish looking color, right? And I had to add some more. It wasn't gray, it was pake, if that's a word. You know, that bland color. Like it could have been a color, but it's not a color. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep doing this, alternating, and that's it. This is so good. And what I love about it is it actually tastes like strawberry. And I know you can't see it. I'm sorry about my lighting. But there's the little bitty, it's not seeds, but the seeds are broke down so you have the little speckles of strawberry in the frosting. I'm gonna leave it at this. I had used 6 cups, and it's definitely fluffy, silky. I see why he wanted to say use the hand mixer, because you do want those peaks. So if it's not right when I go to put it on the cake, then I will definitely, let's see, because that's what we want. We want little fluffy peaks, I think. It is looking good, y'all. My prayer look like it's being answered. Time is up. Guys, the cakes are looking good. I'm gonna wait for 15 minutes for them to cool off before I transfer them. Look, I ain't even lying. God answers prayers. It doesn't matter what it is. If you trust him, he knows how to answer. Because I always struggle with layer cakes. But as you can see, they look even, they look flat, they're not sinking in, and they're done. So we're gonna see if it's mind-bending delicious. Okay, so far the first one came out really good. Sorry if my camera moved a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and frost it. I guess you don't really need to see me do that. This is actually really pretty pink. I don't know why my camera is showing a different color. I apologize for that. And no, my shirt did not touch the cake. So I'm going to just go off camera and do this part, okay? I just wanted you to see that it came out nice and even. So far, so good. Again, I apologize that the light is not showing it pink. It looks like it's light pink or something. Or not pink. Second layer successfully, evenly on the cake. I am happy to say that I did not have to use 8-inch pans. The 9-inch was perfect. I was scared that it wasn't gonna be enough cake. But the right amount of baking powder and baking soda, mainly the baking powder, actually made a huge difference in the rising of the cake. I'm no decorator, but this is a pretty cake. I did put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes and then I took it out and I messed with the icing and I shouldn't have. It was nice and had a nice glossy look. It still has one, but this is the finished product. I'm gonna taste it, my husband and I. Again, I'm not a decorator, but the cake is beautiful. I know that it's gonna be delicious. Well, I don't know that yet. I'm gonna try it and see. Okay, we are here. The cake is looking beautiful. It's a beautiful pink cake. So we are going to get right into it, but I need a knife. Give me a second to get a knife. Gonna have some double strawberry swirl with ice cream. What would you have? Okay. Oh my goodness, it's very soft. Not that it wouldn't be soft, but it's just so tender. I know that's way too much cake, isn't it? Okay, we will split it. The frosting is very soft. I'm gonna put this, you want the ice cream in the bowl, and in the plate, the cake. So let's plate the cake. Let's look at that, guys. You see that? Look at that icing, how it falls down there like it's a volcano. Okay. We're gonna taste, I gotta taste the cake. Should have put it on a pretty cake. Babe, we have
I know, I didn't know you had it out.
Of course, I have everything out ready. Okay, so let's taste this cake, this delicious cake. Yeah, we're using paper plates because I'm done washing dishes. Can you hear the dishwasher? You know, there's nothing like warm cake. Guys, when I wake up in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, love.
Oh,
And the
very
sunlight hurts my eyes.
good. Excellent.
It's gonna be a lovely day with strawberry cake. We happily let y'all know what it's all about. It's a good cake. That's all I can say. It's good, 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 plus good, and then you add another good, and then you got the best good, good.
Good, good, good.
The cake is still warm. That's why the frosting is melting down. So to answer the question, let me put the camera up. To answer, sorry guys, is it mind-bending delicious? I'm going to title the video Mind-Bending Delicious Strawberry Cake by, what's his name? Preppykitchen'S channel. I don't know the guy's actual name because I haven't watched the videos that many times to get to know his name. But his channel is Preppy Kitchen. So anyway, thanks for watching. I had a long day. I made creamy chicken scampi. I made a strawberry cake. Had to do the puree and everything, reduction. And it was really beautiful. It came out beautiful. It came out delicious. So I highly recommend making this cake. Take your time. Do it just as he said. You can make your puree before you decide to make the cake, because it does take a while for that to cook down, to get the water out. But anyway, that's all I have to say. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.